Just after 6:45, tracking several breaking stories in today's Sunrise Smart Start. This just in, a Newark man arrested for attempted murder. Deputies say he attacked a woman Monday in Arcadia, slit her throat and stabbed her multiple times. 22-year-old Chet DeWolf is charged with second-degree attempted murder as well as first-degree assault. The victim was flown to Strong, remains in critical condition. The suspect is at the jail awaiting his arraignment. Another scene breaking overnight. Deputies trying to track down those responsible for breaking into a smoke shop in Henrietta. Happened a little before 3:30 a.m. at Mad Flavor Smoke on East Henrietta Road. Deputies say the suspects responsible made a run for it before they got on scene. Another breaking situation. Police need your help finding this man pictured on your screen. Donald Raymond Brown. He's 81 years old and has dementia. Greece police say he was last seen on Providence Circle here in Rochester Monday morning around 11. Brown drives a 2015 gray Chevy Malibu, has a New York license plate. That tag number is CDA 1442. Please call 911 if you have any idea on his whereabouts. We're working to learn more about this second woman killed following Sunday night's crowd surge at the main Street Armory. Out of respect for the victim's family, RPD did not want to release her identity last night. The other victim killed we know is Rondasia Belton, a 33-year-old who worked for the city of Buffalo. A third woman remains critically injured. This new video from inside the Armory Sunday night gives you a glimpse at the panic with the crowd rushing to leave the Glorilla concert. Rochester city leaders say the venue has a max capacity of 5,000, but they're still not exactly sure how many people were there for the show.
We are going to hold people accountable for what happened last night, period. When you put on a concert in this city or anywhere around the country, you have to make sure that all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Now, it's too early to say what precipitated this, as the chief said, but I intend to get to the bottom of this because we will see more concerts in Rochester.
Say at first they did get a call Sunday night about gunshots at the show, but they've since clarified there was no evidence of any shooting, and we don't know what the noise was that people heard. More developing news out of the Finger Lakes. A man from the city of Geneva charged following the death of a 2-year-old boy. Jared Mix is facing 2 counts of manslaughter. Police say the 2-year-old received some sort of impact on his internal organs. This was back in September last year, causing severe injuries that ultimately led to the death of the toddler. Authorities say the child was under Mix's care that day, and he was the one who caused the injuries. The 23-year-old was dating the child's mother at the time. Police confirmed 3 people were in the area when hateful graffiti was spread throughout Seneca State Park and other properties over the weekend. There are the photos of potential suspects. 3 people in hoodies and masks walking down a street. Police say they're working with state troopers to determine a motive. If you have any leads that can help, they ask you to please call 911. Staying in Geneva, the DEC confirms to News 8 crews have contained the spill in Seneca Lake. They traced it back to a property and a fuel container that leaked into the ground. That made its way into the storm sewer system and then to a marsh creek and then ended up in Seneca Lake. 11 minutes to go until 7 o'clock. Let's check how conditions are outside with your weather and our meteorologist, James Gilbert. Morning walk. Want to grab the hat and gloves, huh?
Yeah, and maybe the extra layer underneath the winter jacket as chill is in the air. 30 degrees, you say, hey, that's not too bad. But then you add a wind, northwest, 15 miles per hour. That's sustained. We could see gusts easily over 20, maybe close to 30 miles per hour later today. So it just feels that much cooler. Your afternoon planner, the breeze sticks around. I bet that wind hangs out with us tonight, tomorrow. Kind of a windy, a cold stretch. But no significant snows in the forecast, but something may pop up in the 8-day. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. Brennan?
All right. Thank you, James. Sunrise traffic at 650, 390, 490, 590 looking good. Had that one accident reported about 6 a.m. out on the west side Manitou Road. That is since cleared according to the map I'm looking at. We'll have another check of your traffic. Stay with us through CBS Mornings at 7:25. Happening in a couple of hours, Governor Kathy Hochul will be here making a stop in town. She'll be at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rochester on Genesee Street. The governor is coming here to talk about her public safety proposals laid out in her new budget plan proposed for the state. She's talking at 11:45. We'll have our crew there. You can watch her speech live streamed on rochesterfirst.com. You ever seen the 590 bridge over Monroe Avenue in Brighton lately? It's got some people who drive underneath it every day, wide-eyed and keeping a nervous grip on the wheel, and that's why. One person emailed us saying, you ever see how disheveled that looks? it looks like it's crumbling. The rebar, the reinforced steel, is exposed. Cement chunks are missing from some top sections. The town supervisor, Bill Maley, says it's one of the biggest questions he gets from neighbors. When are bridges like that one going to be fixed? But said that both 590 and Monroe Avenue are state-maintained roads, so they can't do a lot about them other than try to put pressure on DOT to make sure it stays safe and repairs do get done.
We here at the town have been pushing the state DOT for quite some time to get those bridges repaired. People need to feel confident in the roads they drive.
Some of the money to fix this eventually will come from the federal government, but the DOT says it has no plans to start the work until at least 2025. The DOT told News 8 the bridge is safe, it's been checked, and if it was unsafe for travel, it would be closed. The URMC psychiatric unit is growing. Over the last 2 years, the hospital system has seen a gradual spike of nearly 1,300 more patients of all ages seeking emergency mental health care. URMC operates what's called a CPEP, which stands for Comprehensive Psychiatric Emergency Program, the only one of its kind here in Monroe County. As we told you last week, the governor has set aside $50 million to help with the expansion of Strong Memorial Hospital. That will also allow URMC's Psychiatric Emergency Department to triple in size. We're told the growth will help streamline regional mental health treatments with a goal to serve the influx of patients coming in the past couple of years. Happening today, Franchise Rock is hosting its third event to keep up its mission to help new and experienced business owners all over the region. Jatira Marsh has the story, joins us now in studio. Jatira.
Franchise Rock is looking to help people build generational wealth for themselves and their families. The last event in January involved around 350 attendees, and organizers are hoping to see even more. Today's event will focus on sharing local stories, sharing business ownership struggles and successes, along with valuing the tools that will be presented. Angela LaVecchia, one of the event founders, says for her, this is about giving and receiving a hand.
I've always maintained that when you give a hand, you'll receive a hand. And that's really what Franchise Rock is all about. Give a hand, receive a hand. You don't know where the hand's going to come from. You don't know how strong the shake is going to be. But I'm hoping that the shakes that do come out of this handshaking endeavor are solid and will help the community.
The event will take place today from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Prayer House Church of God by Faith on Cumberland Street. Brennan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jatira. Let's cover some more headlines you need to know. The FBI is putting up a $50,000 reward for the safe return of 4 Americans kidnapped last week in Mexico and for the arrest of those responsible. Authorities have put together a task force to search for the group that was in the country buying medicine. The Americans then got caught in the crossfire between 2 armed groups in a city just south of the border with Texas. The weather out west has been really something in California, where plows are slowly making progress east of LA in the mountains, with snowed-in families running low on food and supply. Officials in San Bernardino County say they've cleared hundreds of miles of roads, but it could take several more days to reach some neighborhoods. On a much lighter note, talking about the weather, something trending here. A bunch of penguins had some fun at the Calgary Zoo in Alberta. That was during a snow day recently. The penguins waddling through and climbing up the piles of snow, just loving it. Yeah. The video was posted online with a caption saying, with the recent heavy snowfall hitting the city, many of us chose to stay warm inside, but not the birds. Watch as our king penguin colony headed outside into the fresh white powder. Winter enrichment at its best. You know, that was what a lot of people here looked like, enjoying some of the snow out there Saturday,
right, sure.
Going and checking it out.
It's amazing. They look so awkward on land, but you see them in water, and they're just incredible.
I know, in snow. They sit around, they're here with us during the summer, and then they're like, finally, get out and enjoy it. The snow we have now, for the most part, is just what's on the ground.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to likely stick around for the next couple days, as we've got a cool forecast for you at the bus stop. We are bundling up, mostly sunny skies, though that's nice to see. Sunglasses, a must this morning. It is so bright with that snowpack. Breezy this afternoon, gusts I could see easily over 30 miles per hour at times. Then just a flurry or two possible tomorrow. You see day after day, numbers just barely getting to freezing. I bet we'll get some ice starting to develop by Thursday. Friday, that's where we're going to have questions answered about what happens next. Storm system possible for Saturday, but as of right now, I do think it's just scoots to our south.
Fingers crossed with the parade coming up Saturday. Thanks for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Stay warm. Enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back here in half an hour.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.